it's kind of ironic because you get stressed, you get the cold sore or your pimple, and then you get more stressed about it, and then it's a never-ending cycle.
Hey guys, it's Kirbie. Welcome back to Pretty Unfiltered. Today my guest is YouTuber Jennifer Zhang, aka Generation DIY. Hey Jen.
Hi.
You are known for just being so candid and authentic with your audience. You talk about everything from awkward moments, which I think makes you so much more relatable, to beauty woes. And I'm curious, what actually inspired you to start your channel and to just be so honest and upfront?
I had been watching YouTube for so long, and I was so inspired by these lifestyle YouTubers, and that's kind of what I started doing at first, and I tried to kind of recreate their perfect lifestyle, but after a while I found that, like, you know what, this just isn't me, and I tried to make it more natural and just show my personality more. I love seeing comments from people saying, oh, I love how you're so real and I can actually relate to your life, and those comments kind of inspired me to keep doing me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So today we're actually talking about first impressions, and I think that there are a lot of pressures on us to create this first impression. Of course, it is the first thing people think about us. So I'm curious, when do first impressions matter, and do they always matter?
Well, I'm always thinking about first impressions. I'm personally kind of a shy person, and so when I meet someone new, I'm always thinking about what they're thinking of me. First impressions always will be something that's important, but in certain situations, you have to just like relax and trust that the other person isn't judging you as hard as you're judging yourself.
So I know that I personally won't go anywhere without mints because everybody wants to have a fresh breath. What do you always have on you to help make a good first impression?
Well, speaking of, I have my whole bag here. I'll just show you my whole first impression kit.
Love that.
So, first here I have a little baggie of tissues.
This is so chic compared to like the normal packaging.
Yeah, I always have these handy in case, you know, I spill something on myself because I'm kind of a klutz. And then I have this tube of mascara.
I love that you have the entire size tube.
I don't care about no travel size. I'm just taking the whole tube.
You mean business.
And then I have concealer for those, you know, under eye bag days. Then I have lip balm. So I feel like everyone needs lip balm, but especially for me, you know, during those winter months, those crusty lips come out and it's not such a good look. I have a tube of Abreva for, you know, when I ever feel a cold sore coming on and I feel that little tingle. This helps so much because it helps it heal a lot faster, so I don't really have to stress about it.
Yeah, and it's not a vicious cycle of the stress making it worse.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
awesome. And you got some scarves and stuff going on in here.
Yeah, I have the
a bag
whole
of tricks.
thing. I have
love
like
it.
5 outfits in here of like all my textbooks.
She's got a puppy as well.
Yeah.
We'll bring that out later.
Oh, I wish.
So then what's your biggest fear when it comes to making a first impression? I feel like I'm very outgoing and I don't want people to not take me seriously because I am super friendly and bubbly and maybe I have blonde hair that can contribute to it. But you know what I mean? So what is your biggest fear?
I have kind of very dry, sarcastic humor, and I'm really scared that people are gonna think I'm rude or something like that. So I always try to kind of tune down the sarcasm so people don't get the wrong idea at first. So that would probably be my biggest fear.
Is there anyone in your life who had the absolute wrong impression of you?
Yeah, there was one time I went to summer camp. We had this orientation day where we got to know all of the campers, and specifically there was this one girl who I felt like was kind of judging me because I was wearing my like favorite neon green pants, and I was obsessed with those pants back in the day.
Yes.
I kind of just avoided her at all costs during that orientation. It turns out she actually thought that I hated her, so she didn't talk to me, but I thought that she hated me. So it was just this whole thing of like, it was in our heads the whole time, and we actually became best friends during that camp. So
that's amazing.
It all worked out.
I feel like there's a common theme here. A lot of times when you're suspect of somebody else and how they're judging you, chances are they actually think you're the one judging them, and they become more self-conscious, and then it becomes this cycle. Growing up, what were you most insecure about that now you love about yourself? I could name 1,000 things for myself, but I'm curious.
I actually had a lot of insecurities, and I could like go on and on, but the main thing for me was like my eyebrows, because back in the day I remember like the trend was like thin eyebrows, and I have these like giant bushy eyebrows.
Y'all, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at these brows. They are beautiful, and thank God you didn't do it. Thank God, because those thin brows, man.
So I got made fun of so much for my like caterpillar eyebrows, and like I just had to like wear a hood every day, and like it was not a fun time for me. And thank goodness, like the trend now is like big eyebrows, and I can like rock them now, and it's all good.
I'm telling you right now, this is the look everybody wants. These beautiful,
you.
natural, thick, gorgeous eyebrows.
I'm glad I didn't overpluck them.
One of the #1 questions we get is, how do I fix my eyebrows from overplucking them? So, word to the wise, word from Jen, don't overpluck your eyebrows. I think it's really refreshing to see social media go this route where we're embracing our flaws, whether it's showing off cellulite or stretch marks or posting a makeup-free selfie with blemishes. People engage more. They're like, oh, you have this, I have this too, and like nobody's perfect on the internet, even though everybody looks perfect on the internet, right? So how do you get the guts to show off a photo or maybe a video where you look less than perfect?
When I started social media, it was more of a stressful situation to show my flaws, just because like I didn't really know what people were gonna think, and I didn't really know my audience, but I started doing it a bit more to test out the waters to see how people would respond, and the responses are always really great. I mean, there's always gonna be haters here and there, but it makes me feel a lot more comfortable to know that people are relating to this, and people like it when I show more relatable sides. Like when I get a pimple, I have this side Instagram account, or the second Instagram account, where I just post like double chin selfies. I just wanted to make that Instagram to show that, you know, social media doesn't have to be this like perfect world.
Have you ever canceled a date or plans with friends because you had a blemish on your face?
Oh, definitely. It shouldn't be such a big deal because everyone gets pimples, but sometimes when it's like right smack in the middle of your nose or your forehead or something, I just like can't ignore it.
Totally.
You can just like see it even when you're not looking in the mirror. You could like look down and you see like a mountain there. It's like, it's just not comfortable for me. But if it's just a little pimple here and there or a little cold sore, I'm like fine with it. I'll just go out.
Totally. I'm glad that it hasn't deterred you a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So you mentioned cold sores. Would you say that's one of your biggest beauty stressors?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of ironic because you get stressed, you get the cold sore or your pimple, and then you get more stressed about it, and then it's a never-ending cycle.
So we're gonna wrap things up. We've had a really great conversation, but I'm curious, do you have anything that you want to share with your fans and the viewers about what they can do to make a good first impression, but not have so much pressure to be perfect?
I always like to keep in mind that whenever I'm making a first impression, the other person is also making a first impression of me. So you also have to think about, you know, you might have a lot of insecurities, but the other person is also thinking about their own insecurities. So just remember that you aren't alone.
Awesome. Jen, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Of course.
Guys, if you have any questions for Jen or you have any suggestions for upcoming topics that you want to see covered on the show, just comment away. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.